This video is made for the English 9B course for PVCS. We will be looking into how diction is used in Fahrenheit 451. First, let's look at what diction actually is. Diction is the way in which words are used in speech or writing. In other words, diction is all about the author's word choice. There are several different types of diction. There's literal, figurative, active, passive, denotative, connotative, concrete, abstract, objective, subjective, informal, formal, and many more. Today we're just going to focus on one. But first, let's look at some figurative language that is used in diction. Assonance, which is the repetition of similar vowel sounds. For example, the rain in Spain falls mainly in the plains. Consonance is the repetition of similar consonant sounds. For example, do not go gentle into that good night. Alliteration is the repetition of initial consonant sounds. For example, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Onomatopoeia are words whose sounds suggest their meaning. For example, pop, boom, chirp. Today we're going to focus on connotation in diction. Connotation is the associated or secondary meaning of a word or expression in addition to its explicit or primary meaning. Depending on our experiences, certain words have positive, negative, or neutral connotations. For example, a possible connotation of a home is a place of warmth, comfort, and affection. Home may be different than house or apartment. Both the words proud and egotistical mean that someone thinks very highly of themselves, but one has a negative connotation. Let's look at page 11 of Fahrenheit 451. We're going to look closely at the passage near the bottom of the page. He opened the bedroom door. It was like coming into the cold marbled room of a mausoleum after the moon has set. Complete darkness, not a hint of the silver world outside, the windows tightly shut, the chamber, a tomb world where no sound from the great city could penetrate. Let's highlight the words that Bradbury uses to describe Montag's bedroom. He describes it as cold, a mausoleum. It's completely dark. The windows are tightly shut. It's a chamber, a tomb world where no sound from the great city could. Now let's put those descriptions in a short list. And here we have cold marbled room, tightly shut, mausoleum, a tomb world, darkness, and no sound. Stop. Please pause this presentation and complete task number 1. Now let's look at another passage. Turn to page 12. We'll look at a few quotes from this page and the next. Let's start looking at the second full paragraph that starts with, without turning. His wife stretched on the bed, uncovered and cold, like a body displayed on the lid of a tomb, her eyes fixed to the ceiling by invisible threads of steel, immovable. The room was indeed empty. Okay, let's highlight the words used to describe Mildred and the bedroom. Let's see. Uncovered and cold, like a body displayed on the lid of a tomb, empty. Stop. Please stop this presentation and complete task number 2. Here are a few more passages to describe Mildred, just for good measure. He stood very straight and listened to the person on the dark bed in the completely featureless night. The woman in the bed was no more than a hard stratum of marble they had reached. This machine pumped all of the blood from the body and replaced it with fresh blood and serum. Standing over the silent woman, Montag looked at this woman. Let's notice the repeating words. the person, the woman, the body, the silent woman, this woman. Stop. Please pause the presentation and complete task number 3. You should now have completed all 3 tasks of diction in Fahrenheit 451.